I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she's.
Whoa, hold up.
She's essentially said her coach doesn't want her to play her game. And it's very clear that the Indiana Fever don't want Caitlin to be Caitlin.
What you're watching isn't a team's growing pains. It's the systematic sabotage of a superstar. Caitlin Clark, the most explosive offensive talent in a generation, is being sidelined, ignored, and forced into a system that seems designed to make her fail. This isn't an accident or a rookie adjustment period. Head coach Christy Sides is making a deliberate choice to neutralize her own greatest asset, and in doing so, she's turning the WNBA's golden opportunity into a train wreck right before our eyes. We're breaking down exactly how this is happening, from the flawed game plan to the on-court evidence that proves this is nothing short of basketball malpractice.
Stephanie White, you deserve the Dodo Bird of the Day award. Yeah, I said what I said, and it is what it is. How you gonna say in a post interview, you gonna say that you trying to reintegrate CC, my precious CC, into an offense? What? She's the superstar. That means you should be trying to integrate all the other players, not.
The root of this problem lies in a fundamental, irreconcilable clash of styles. Christy Sides favors a slow, methodical, half-court offense that feels like a relic from a bygone era. It's a system that values careful setups, multiple passes, and grinding possessions down to find a good shot, not necessarily putting the ball in the hands of the best player. But Caitlin Clark is the polar opposite of this philosophy.
This is how you treat your prized possession? This is how you treat your cash cow? This is how you treat your savior? This is how you treat the young woman responsible for elevating this unbelievably rancid.
She is a basketball phenom built for speed, chaos, and explosive transition plays. Her genius is unleashed when the game is fast and unpredictable, when she can pull up from the logo before the defense is set or thread a laser no-look pass to a cutting teammate. Forcing her into a slow tempo, walk it up the court offense is like asking a cheetah to win a wrestling match. It's a complete and utter misuse of her natural history-making abilities, forcing the most dynamic offensive player in a decade to play a game she was never meant to play.
Today, salute to Sophie Cunningham. Not only does she stand up for Caitlin Clark on the court, but she stands up for Caitlin Clark in the media as well. While Caitlin Clark gets pushed around, thrown to the floor during games, and teammates are standing there just looking, not doing anything, Sophie Cunningham will do something. While other players get a microphone put in front of them, doing their media interviews, while they regurgitate the same nonsense, the same word salad that Stephanie White lies says, Sophie Cunningham will say, no.
The on-court evidence of this sabotage is impossible to ignore. Game after game, fans who paid hundreds of dollars to see a basketball revolutionary are left watching in disbelief as Clark is relegated to the corner, used as a glorified decoy, while less effective players struggle to initiate the offense. We see her setting screen after screen, a task that not only takes the ball out of her hands, but physically drains her and neutralizes her as a scoring or passing threat.
Man, I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense.
Now we have to have a new offense. Translation: Stephanie White, that shit that you're trotting out there, that motion offense garbage that you're trotting out there, ain't gonna fly with a generational talent like Caitlin Clark. She's that damn good.
When Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game, and so we have to adjust.
The camera often catches her visible frustration, arms thrown up in the air after a teammate misses her on a wide open look, or a pleading glance toward the bench that seems to go completely unanswered. The Indiana Fever have a Ferrari in their garage, a marvel of engineering capable of breaking every speed record, but they insist on keeping it in first gear and only driving it to the grocery store.
Caitlin Clark's return, in which, since this is a lady we're talking about, it looks like Stephanie White has spaded Caitlin Clark, for lack of a better way of putting it. If it was a dude, I'd say neutered, but, you get my point. She has taken away Caitlin Clark's greatest asset, which is the creator and instigator of offense.
The mismanagement goes beyond just the pace of play. It extends to where Clark is even positioned on the floor. In one of the most baffling coaching decisions seen in recent memory, Christy Sides has repeatedly chosen to start another point guard, effectively pushing Clark off the ball and into the shooting guard or even small forward position. This isn't a subtle tactical adjustment, it's a fundamental misunderstanding of her talent.
Stephanie White, you deserve the Dodo Bird of the Day award. How do you want my precious Cece to play defense every possession? Full out? Ain't no way. I played ball. Ain't nobody playing defense every possession unless you just great at defense and that's your job. You hear me? Don't you know she is an offensive player? You hear me? She scores. She facilitates. So she have to control and reserve her energy when it matters the most.
Caitlin Clark is a quarterback, a floor general whose greatest asset is her ability to see the entire court and make decisions with the ball in her hands. Shifting her off ball is like telling a master chess player they can only move the pawns. It turns her from the primary creator into a passive receiver, waiting for a pass that often never comes. This positional malpractice has a direct negative impact, making her an easier target for defenders and taking away the very thing that makes her a generational talent, her control over the game.
It puts out a lineup yesterday. Aaron McDonald starting at point. Kelsey Mitchell's at shooting guard. Caitlin Clark's at small forward. And I'm like, what is going on? Are we trying smaller lineups? I guess okay, but are we doing a point forward situation? Is that what we're doing? We're doing a LeBron James point forward. No, the hell we ain't. We ain't. We're just running the same old, I want to say same old offense, but I don't know what that offense is.
This flawed coaching strategy isn't just losing games, it's fracturing the team from within. The on-court product often looks less like a cohesive unit and more like 5 players on their own isolated islands. The chemistry is non-existent. There are countless clips of teammates, like veteran Natasha Howard, seeming to deliberately ignore a wide-open Clark, choosing instead to force a contested shot. Whether it's a lack of trust in a rookie or a silent protest against the system, the result is the same, a dysfunctional offense where the ball sticks and the best player is frozen out.
I think all of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day to day and stuff that worked here, we need to carry it over to tomorrow's game. We have a lot of games coming up and I think like 7 days or whatnot. And so it's mentally making sure that we're good. It's physically making sure we're getting recovery, making sure we're taking care of our bodies off the court. But we're trying to figure it out. And I think you guys see it. I think we're all a little frustrated. We're trying to figure out what's clicking, what's not clicking, what works for us defensively. But at the end of the day, I think what we can hang our hat on is not getting outworked, making sure that we're the aggressors, making sure that we're getting O boards, controlling what we can control. And I think we need to do.
This breeds resentment and confusion. Bad strategy creates a crisis of trust. Clark can't trust her teammates to find her, and the teammates can't trust a system that feels chaotic and ineffective. What should be a team rallying around its new leader instead looks like a collection of individuals playing for themselves. A clear sign that the problems run much deeper than the box score.
Clark, Aaliyah Boston, deadly connection, pick and roll, 2-man game connection that has worked this whole season, gone. Poof. The one thing that was in existence that actually worked, that felt like a little bit of something offensive that worked, gone. Gone. Caitlin Clark has a horrible game in her return. The whole team is horrible. I mean, what have I said on reactions to games, folks? When you got a big three, 2 out of the big 3 have to show up and produce. All right? All right.
A voice of truth soon emerged from outside the organization, and it belonged to Phoenix Mercury guard and media analyst Sophie Cunningham. She has become the unofficial spokesperson for basketball common sense, repeatedly stating what millions are screaming at their TVs. Give the Dean ball to Caitlin and let her cook. Cunningham didn't hold back, essentially calling out the coaching strategy as nonsensical and counterproductive. She argued that any functioning offense would orbit around Clark, not force her to squeeze into a system that suffocates her unique talent. Cunningham also became one of Clark's fiercest defenders against the brutal, often uncalled physicality she faces every night, highlighting the absurd reality that opponents seem to recognize her threat level more than her own team does. Her commentary isn't just an opinion, it's a scathing indictment from a peer who understands the game at the highest level.
Look, Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White clearly like and respect one another, right? But that doesn't mean they always see eye to eye. And I am beginning to suspect more and more that there's a bit of a divide between the way that they see the game and the way that they think the Indiana Fever should play. You can just hear what they have to say and connect the dots a little bit. Now,
perhaps the most baffling decision of all has been the near total abandonment of the team's potential gold mine, the Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston pick and roll. This simple two-player action was supposed to be the franchise's bread and butter for the next decade. You have the league's previous rookie of the year, a dominant and skilled force in the paint, paired with the greatest shooter and one of the most creative passers to ever enter the league. In the rare moments they've run it, it has been virtually unstoppable. The play creates impossible choices for the defense. Either you commit to stopping Clark's shot from deep, leaving Boston open for an easy layup, or you drop back to cover Boston, giving the most dangerous shooter on the planet an open look. It's the simple, elegant, and deadly play that should have been the foundation of their entire offensive identity. Yet for reasons that remain a complete mystery, Christy Sides has all but eliminated it from the playbook.
I don't know if you noticed or heard about it, but during the game, Caitlin got honored as the WNBA Player of the Year in the ESPYs. Just what does it mean to have her impact so far? I mean, there are a lot of really good players in this league, and she got honored as the best player in the league by the ESPYs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she continues to get new awards. She continues to break barriers. She continues to do things that we haven't seen before. I mean, you know, obviously you think about the Stewie's MVPs of the league and, you know, championship winners, and Asia's MVPs of the league and championship winners. And of course, Sue Bird, who was sitting, you know, in the building today. And, you know, Caitlin is so fortunate, as well as all these guys.
When questioned about her perplexing strategy, Coach Sides often speaks in riddles and defensive cliches. She talks about integration, the importance of the we over the me, and the need for the entire team to buy into her system. She has even pointed to the NBA's Indiana Pacers and their all-star point guard, Tyrese Halliburton, as a model for success, suggesting that Clark needs to learn to get her teammates involved in the same selfless way. But this comparison completely exposes the deep and unforgivable flaw in her logic. The Pacers' entire offense is meticulously designed to amplify Halliburton's strengths as a pass-first facilitator. The system is built for him. Clark, on the other hand, is being asked to sacrifice her own generational strengths to fit into a system that wasn't built for her or for anyone who plays a modern dynamic style of basketball. It's a false equivalence that completely misses the point of what makes a superstar thrive.
So right here, y'all see my precious CC. She getting her airtime, know what I'm saying, with the stud buds. And look, check this out. She said, oops, gotta go, cause look who we see now. It's Jigsaw from the movie Saw. Stephanie White. She is a buzz killer. Golly, you hear me? Like, I don't understand, bruh. Like, you is 50, man. You need to go sit down somewhere. We trying to turn up and get lit, you hear me?
Perhaps the most damning evidence in this entire saga comes from Caitlin Clark herself. While always maintaining a professional and respectful demeanor, she has made her position on the matter crystal clear in her media interviews. She has stated plainly and directly that she is at her best in transition and that the team needs to do a better job of getting her the ball on the move. Then she added a line that spoke volumes. Everybody knows that. It was a subtle but powerful acknowledgement that the current strategy is not working and that the solution is obvious to everyone except apparently the person in charge. This creates a deeply uncomfortable disconnect between the team's star player and its head coach. Clark knows exactly what she needs to do to elevate the team, but her coach seems stubbornly determined to go in the opposite direction. It's a silent tug of war where the only losers are the team, the fans, and the league itself. In the end, this crisis runs deeper than a win-loss record. It's about a franchise that seems incapable, or perhaps unwilling, to recognize the generational gift it has been given. The ongoing mismanagement of Caitlin Clark is a cautionary tale unfolding in real time. Is it a matter of coaching ego, a stubborn refusal to evolve with the modern game, or a fundamental misunderstanding of how to build around a transcendent talent? Whatever the reason, the clock is ticking. Every single game played under this flawed philosophy is another wasted opportunity. The Indiana Fever aren't just risking a disappointing season, they are risking the alienation of millions of new fans and squandering the single biggest opportunity for growth the WNBA has ever seen, and the entire world is watching them fail the test.